On December 15, 2024, a tragic and shocking event took place at a Christmas market in Magdeburg, Germany. A man rammed his car into a busy market, killing 5 innocent people and injuring more than 200 others. But what led to this horrific attack? How could it have been prevented? Today, we dive deep into the facts surrounding this incident, the suspect, the lapses in security, and the political fallout that followed. The suspect, Taleb Al Abdulmohsen, a 50-year-old Saudi national who had been living in Germany for over a decade, is accused of driving a car into the market in Magdeburg, Germany. The attack killed 5 people, including a 9-year-old boy and 4 women of various ages. Over 200 were injured, some critically. What makes this even more perplexing is the suspect's background. He had lived in Germany for years, worked to help others escape Saudi Arabia, and was known for his anti-Islamic rhetoric on social media. The victims included a young child, and the emotional toll on their families was immediate. In a heart-wrenching post, the mother of the 9-year-old boy said, "He didn't do anything to anybody. Just why, I don't understand." Authorities have not yet fully uncovered the motive behind this deadly act. However, prosecutors have suggested that Al Abdulmohsen may have been motivated by disillusionment with how Germany treats Saudi refugees. On social media, he posted increasingly threatening messages, including one that said, "If Germany wants to kill us, we will slaughter them, die, or go to prison with pride." Following a late-night court appearance, a judge ordered the suspect to be held in pre-trial detention on charges of murder, attempted murder, and causing dangerous bodily harm. The recent attack has also sparked numerous questions about the adequacy of security measures at the market. Many are now scrutinizing the protocols in place and wondering how such a breach could have occurred. Authorities in Germany had significantly increased security after the devastating 2016 Berlin attack, which left the nation in shock and mourning. Despite these heightened measures, the suspect was still able to find a way to bypass the security systems. The suspect managed to access the market through emergency exit points, areas typically reserved for ambulances and other emergency services. This glaring vulnerability has raised serious concerns about the effectiveness of current security protocols. This incident has led many to question whether more could have been done to prevent such an attack. Security experts and the general public alike are now engaged in a heated debate, discussing potential improvements and the need for more stringent measures to ensure public safety at such events. The police chief, Tom Oliver Langens, confirmed that the attacker used these emergency exit routes to evade capture. These routes, often overlooked, provided a quick escape, complicating the police's efforts to apprehend the suspect. Langens emphasized the need for better surveillance and monitoring of these critical points to prevent future incidents. Meanwhile, Magdeburg officials defended their security plans, claiming they were constantly updated to address new threats. They highlighted recent investments in technology and personnel aimed at enhancing public safety. However, the effectiveness of these measures is now under scrutiny. But the question remains, was the system enough to protect the public? Security experts argue that while improvements have been made, there are still significant gaps that need to be addressed. Concerned citizens are demanding more transparency and accountability from their leaders. What is even more alarming is that Saudi authorities had previously warned German officials about Al Abdulmohsen's intentions. These warnings were not just casual mentions but were part of a series of formal communications. The Saudi government had expressed their concerns through multiple channels, emphasizing the potential risks involved. Sources confirmed that there were multiple alerts from Saudi Arabia, each one more urgent than the last. These alerts were not only sent to the German Foreign Ministry but also to their intelligence agencies. The Saudi officials had provided detailed information including possible scenarios and the individuals involved. One of the most significant alerts came in November 2023. This particular alert contained specific details about Al Abdulmohsen's plans and the potential impact on international relations. The document was marked as urgent and was accompanied by a request for immediate action. However, German authorities claim that the warnings were not specific enough to warrant further action. They argue that the information provided was too vague and lacked concrete evidence. Despite the detailed nature of the Saudi alerts, the German officials decided to take a wait-and-see approach, which has now come under intense scrutiny. Despite these repeated warnings from various intelligence agencies, German authorities did not act quickly enough to prevent the attack. This delay in response has led to increased scrutiny over Germany's handling of foreign intelligence. Critics argue that the lack of immediate action reflects deeper issues within the country's security infrastructure. There are calls for a comprehensive review of the protocols and procedures currently in place. Many believe that a more proactive approach could have mitigated the damage. The incident has sparked a nationwide debate on the effectiveness of Germany's counterterrorism strategies. Moving forward, it is crucial for German authorities to reassess their methods to ensure such lapses do not occur again. In the aftermath, the attack has stirred political tensions in Germany. The incident has not only shocked the nation, but has also brought to light the deep-seated divisions within the political landscape. The public is demanding answers, and the government is under immense pressure to respond swiftly and effectively. This tragic event has become a focal point for various political factions, each trying to leverage the situation to their advantage. Politicians from all sides have called for investigations into why security lapses occurred. There is a growing consensus that the security measures in place were inadequate, and this has led to a heated debate in the parliament. Some lawmakers are pushing for stricter security protocols while others are advocating for a more balanced approach that doesn't infringe on civil liberties. The debate is intense and the stakes are high. The far left and far right have both seized on the event for different reasons. The far left is focusing on the systemic issues that they believe led to the attack, such as social inequality and lack of proper integration policies. On the other hand, the far right is using the incident to push their anti-immigrant agenda, claiming that the current immigration policies are putting the country at risk. Both sides are organizing rallies and protests, further polarizing the public. Sarah Wagenknecht, from the far-left Alliance Party, has demanded an explanation from the Interior Minister about why the warnings were ignored. She has been very vocal about the need for accountability and has called for the resignation of key officials. Her speeches have resonated with many who feel that the government has failed to protect its citizens. Wagenknecht is also advocating for a complete overhaul of the current security policies. While the far-right AfD has used the tragedy to further their anti-immigrant agenda, they are calling for immediate changes to immigration laws and have gained significant support from those who share their views. The AfD is also criticizing the government for what they see as a failure to prioritize the safety of German citizens. Their rallies are drawing large crowds and the party is gaining momentum in the polls. The political fallout from this event is far from over, and its impact will be felt for a long time to come. Over 2,000 protesters gathered in Magdeburg, a city that has become a focal point for political unrest in recent months. The crowd, a mix of concerned citizens and organized groups, filled the city square, their voices echoing through the streets. Many were calling for remigration, a controversial policy advocating for the mass deportation of immigrants. This policy has gained traction among certain political factions, who argue that it is necessary to preserve national identity and security. This incident has not only triggered public outrage but has also deepened the divide between different segments of society. The attack has become a catalyst for widespread demonstrations, with emotions running high and tensions escalating. The political ramifications are significant, as the incident has reignited debates about immigration, security, and the future of Germany's policies. Politicians are now under immense pressure to address these issues, with heated debates taking place in parliament and on news shows. Security officials are also holding urgent meetings to reassess the current measures in place. The deadly attack at the Magdeburg Christmas market raises difficult questions about national security, intelligence sharing, and the challenges of integrating refugees. This tragic event has left a deep scar on the community, shaking the very foundation of what was supposed to be a joyous celebration. The market, usually filled with laughter and festive cheer, turned into a scene of chaos and heartbreak. The incident has sparked a nationwide debate on the effectiveness of current security measures and the need for more stringent policies. As investigations continue, the families of the victims will never forget the lives lost, and the pain of their absence will linger for years to come. The community has come together in solidarity, holding vigils and memorials to honor those who perished. The outpouring of support from across the country has been overwhelming, yet it cannot erase the grief that has settled over Magdeburg. And the people of Germany will be forced to confront the reality of their security failures. This incident has highlighted significant gaps in the nation's security infrastructure, prompting calls for immediate action and reform. The government is under immense pressure to address these vulnerabilities and ensure that such a tragedy never happens again. What do you think? Could this tragedy have been prevented? The ongoing investigation aims to uncover the lapses that allowed this attack to occur. Authorities are scrutinizing every detail, from intelligence reports to security protocols, to understand how the perpetrator managed to slip through the cracks. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions and insights are valuable as we navigate through this difficult time. And if you want to stay informed on this developing story, we encourage you to follow our updates. Don't forget to subscribe. By subscribing, you'll receive the latest news and in-depth analysis on this and other important